Husky. Bob Orquist on the call for you up in the booth. Down on the field, Rick McIntyre with his analysis from the turf.
The one player we didn't get a chance to talk about, he's not in the lineup, maybe could even things in the interior line for Woodland Hills, is DeVega Bird, the senior, 6'1", 322, little meniscus issue, missing this game, should be back later on this season, but he's a first-team all-conference lineman that the Wolverines don't have in the lineup this evening.
Woodland Hills with the ball to begin the second half is Jaquan Smith, the return man for the Wolverines, to the far boundary, spinning his way across the 30, out across the 35, and it'll be brought down near the 40-yard line where Woodland Hills will start this drive. First down and 10, right near the 41-yard line.
Well, the field position has been really good for Woodland Hills. They just haven't been really not been able to get anything going. No sustained drives, no big plays outside of the Denard 30-yard run, which was called back. Maybe kind of changing the complexion of the first half. But again, you're starting at the 41-yard line here to start the second half. Fresh 24 minutes. Good talking to at halftime in the locker room. Let's say the Wolverines can pick up a spark here on the offensive side of the football.
Daniel Jones back to pass, crossing route, looking for Nazir Taylor. The passing complete, and it's second down and 10.
The single coverage on this near sideline. Josephs was on one of the receivers, Whitehurst, and then Thompson was also out there. They just kind of crossed, and he went for the underneath route, did Daniel Jones, but misfired on the pass. 25 yards passing the first half for Jones, 3 of 9. Ran the ball for 20 yards. That's kind of an impressive number considering the fact that he was sacked twice for negative 15 yards. Actually, in the first two series on offense for the Wolverines.
Handoff. The ball carrier for the Wolverines is Anthony Bullock, and he will pick up 4 yards, and it is third down and 6.
One of these times, Woodland Hills is going to go with a jet sweep and hand it off to Rodney Denard. He's been a decoy, running the football when he goes in motion from the slot, either slot left to right or opposite. And again, it was the situation. He's run the ball pretty well out of the backfield, but one of these times they're going to actually give it to Denard and see what we can do and try to turn the corner either side.
Two receivers to either side. Jones with a sidecar to his left. Late pressure as he throws the football, looking to the far boundary and diving for the interception is a Gateway Gator around the 41-yard line. Rodney Denard, the intended receiver, and Isaiah Cameron with the INT.
Talked about Cameron doing the job offensively, running the football, catching the football. Just an underthrown pass and a good read by Cameron, the senior defensive back, as he kind of jumped the route. The receiver kept going downfield, tried to turn it in too late. Cameron made the read, picks up the interception, first turnover of the game, gives Gateway the football at their own 41-yard line.
So Gateway with the football at their own 41 as Woodland Hills not able to get anything with their first offensive drive. A stoppage asked for by the officials. And a Wolverine steps off of the field. And it's an illegal substitution penalty against
5-yard penalty. First down.
Pump. And now the ball thrown by Brady Walker to a wide open Courtney Jackson, who cuts once, then cuts twice, gets past Rodney Denard, dives for the pylon into the end zone for a Gateway touchdown. A flag on the field.
And I think they might be, I didn't see a touchdown signal.
Oh, they're going to say he's down at the half-yard line, but again, a flag is down right around the 13-yard line.
Courtney Jackson telling the Gators to feed him more. Great job. He picked up a nice block on the play. You mentioned it, pump fake, well executed, and Jackson just wide open. Several times in this game we've seen Walker just float it out there. And that one, Jackson was so wide open, he floated it out. Great move down the near sideline to get to the one.
There is no foul for participating with a lost helmet.
The helmet was knocked off on the block. There you see the pump coming to the near side. And one receiver was open to the post route. He goes to the flag route. Jackson was wide open. Big block right there. That's where the helmet came off. So that's not a participation foul. Then it's one-on-one with Denard and Courtney Jackson. Jackson kind of win that. Good job to come late by Sydney Summers to drop Courtney Jackson. They spot him down actually at the 3. No, they put it inside the 1.
Yeah. So it'll be first down and goal for Gateway. The ball inside of the 1-yard line.
That's 58 yards on that catch and run for Jackson. He's made big plays early in each half, has he not?
And he has. So Gateway wants a timeout. And that'll give us an opportunity to take a breather early here in quarter number 3. It's 21-0. Gateway leading the Woodland Hills Wolverines, with the Gators threatening ball at the 1-yard line.
Life has its ups and downs. There are times when you or a loved one needs help. That's why you should know the name LGAR, Health and Rehabilitation Center. Located just minutes from the Monroeville Mall, the LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center has been known by locals for many years, and they excel in reputation, rehabilitation, recuperation, and residential living. The help and answers you need are just a phone call away at 412-825-9000. Also on the web at lgar.org. LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, a name you should know and a name you can trust.
Apparently Gateway was not charged a timeout. There was an issue with the scoreboard, and that caused that stoppage. Gators were not charged with a timeout. They came from the sideline to the line of scrimmage, and Isaiah Cameron took the ball a half-yard into the end zone for a Gateway touchdown, and now it's 27-0. Gateway leading Woodland Hills.
Courtney Jackson with a pair of scores, a kick return and a catch. And now Isaiah Cameron, a touchdown reception, and he adds a 1-yard touchdown run. Jenkins trying to go 4 for 4 in the extra points here for the Gators.
And this PAT is up, and it is good. Jason Jenkins, 4th PAT of the game, puts Gateway on top of Woodland Hills 28-0. So an inauspicious start for both halves for the Wolverines. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Gateway Gators right here on the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
State Senator Jay Costa is proud to represent Pennsylvania's 43rd District since 1996 and is happy to support the Woodland Hills football team. If you have an issue concerning state government, contact one of Senator Costa's 3 local offices. Senator Costa's offices offer a variety of services for constituents. You can reach Senator Costa's Forest Hills office at 412-241-6690 or log on to senatorcosta.com.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network. Tim Boster with some words of encouragement on that far sideline to Tyrell Barlow, the senior two-way lineman for the Wolverines, as the Woodland Hills Wolverines trail the Gateway Gators 28-0, as we have played a minute and 13 seconds here in the second half, and Gateway has already scored a touchdown. Kickoff to Nazir Taylor. He runs from left to right, has a crease, met by a Gator, now driving his way forward with a bunch of white jerseys all over his back, and he will be brought down finally up near the 40-yard line. They'll say he's down at the 39.
Talked about maybe trying to get some momentum and getting a drive. Taylor maybe cramping up near the 39-yard line. That was the formula for success, but the recipe for Gateway was the opposite, an interception and then a 2-play touchdown drive. They turned a 3-touchdown lead into a 4-touchdown lead early in the second quarter. Taylor's going to get looked at by the Woodland Hills training staff.
So Nazir Taylor being tended to by head athletic trainer Denny D'Amico, who's been with the program for 31 years now. The lone member of the staff that has been here every year of Woodland Hills football. And we talked about it at halftime, Bob, what tremendous turnover there was in the coaching staff. And when you look over there on that sideline, virtually every single person on that sideline played for George Novak.
Well, that's a great thing. Actually, I was looking at both of these staffs, too. And if you're going to ask me, I'd put these staffs out there to play. There's some pretty good players on both sides of the field. You're looking at Melvin Carbs and Chris Edmonds, and Melvin Cobbs, Reese Walker, Vaughn Nanji. The other side, Morty Ivy, Donnie Hall, Jeff Parrish, Shane Hale. Good players on both sides. But that's why I think it's good to get those type of players on the sideline, those type of coaches, former players, Adam, on the sideline for Woodland Hills, because they're well aware of the tradition and what it has taken over the years for George Novak. And so you get Tim Bostard in there, but they all know what the tradition is, and they can pick it up rather easily. You've got to get that to translate onto the field, though, and sometimes that takes